last encounter, the whole team, the Ganges Grandmaster, had a blowout match against the Triveni Continental Kings. Sagar, is this also a grudge match to avenge the Continental Kings?
I think overall they are not thinking anything of the past. It's just everything about these 6 games right now, and Vishy goes for the Karo Khan, which he has been playing in the last 2 games.
It's amazing to see Vishy employ the Karo one more time. Is it safe to say this has been his opening preparation for the Global Chess League?
I think so. He used to play the very solid King Pawns opening E4, E5, but today, and I mean in the last 2 games against Nepo as well as against MBL, he has gone for this opening and done well.
Is that a good strategy though, Sagar? Because now I'm sure Levon knows that Vishy is really used to playing the Karo Khan, so he might be prepared against him.
But Levon has played quite a safe line in. Oh, he's gone for the Panopotwinic attack here. Very dangerous attack from white. And I think Vishy must play carefully, although he's well prepared. So will be very interesting. All knights coming out.
There's a lot of tension in the center already between on the icon board there, and we can see a face-off between the pawns and a move on the queen side.
This is not a very common move if I'm not mistaken. You know, generally they bring their bishop out, black, but Vishy has played this move and you can see Levon has sort of stopped. Oh, he plays his move. He pushes the pawn.
He pushes the pawn. Sagar, pawn moves cannot be taken backwards. And the point of Vishy's last move was that he wanted to capture on c4. And now we see this pawn assists the pawn move forward on the b file. Levon Aronian says none of that. He advances down the board with the move c5, which has been played, taking advantage of Vishy's last move, capturing the square on the b line.
Guys, I have been, streaming with a lot of Grandmasters, with both of you guys. Every time they have always advised me to never break the tension in the center in the opening. But here we see c5. What do you make of that?
I think the main point here is that Levon saying to Vishy that you have pushed your pawn on the queen side, on the a6 pawn, and that is a waste of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get more space on the board, and that is a very ambitious approach that the Armenian Grandmaster has taken, the American GM here.
And we see moves are being blitzed out, development moves. The bishop comes out, white takes out the bishop. Notice this pawn does take control of the square. Somewhere in the middle game, the knight can find itself and plonk down that big hole, black's camp.
Right, and the pawn on that E square, that white pawn, Tanya, could become a big weakness there. Because the knight is attacking and the bishop is attacking the knight which is defending it. And he's fianchettoed his bishop here.
That's what he wants to do with that last move to complete development. Black has targets of his own. We see this central pawn, the knight hits it. In the middle game, the bishop from this diagonal can start targeting it once the knight jumps into the center of the board. This is getting hot.
Right, this is actually going to be a very interesting game, and for the time being, we can actually go and check some other game because this one will heat up. Which one should we go to? Should we look at our 6 boards and try to see what's happening?
Yeah, maybe we can ask Master Swidler what he thinks about these games.
jumping all over the board. It's a nightmare to play a Vishy in this kind of a position. He's feeling comfortable. We do see Lev's rook has gone into Black's camp, into Black's territory. But the whole idea is for Black to attack that central knight and being a little afraid of them. We see that Levon's traded one of them, puts his own knight in the center of the board. He's in the central pawn hanging currently. Can he pick it up?
Yes, Vishy has actually picked up one pawn and Levon has gone back and attacked the rook there. But does that mean Vishy is a pawn up for the time being?
Yes, but he will be losing the pawn on g5, which is hanging together with the rook. It's becoming quite sharp, and I think Levon is the only player here who is playing for a win. Vishy will have to defend this very carefully. They're both down to below 3 minutes as well, so this is going to be a very crucial game. But it doesn't look like this is where Ganges Grandmasters are going to get their win with Black.
Very, very tricky situation. Ganges Grandmasters looking like they are in big trouble. Vishy moves forward with the rook, trying to create counterplay, but White's rook and knight are super active, putting pressure on Black's king side. Pawns right there, both players under 3 minutes on the clock.
Levon putting pressure. Tanya, do you think Levon will score his fourth winner in a row?
Oh my god, he's on fire right now. And what's been incredible to watch is the team spirit. They are so high on team spirit, the Triveni Continental Kings, and I think that's what's seen them go the distance. Sagar, they've literally come out of slowly and steadily, match after match, victory after victory, after being almost written off. Find themselves at the top of the leaderboard, fighting for a spot in the grand final.
Maybe if we can have a look at the analysis board, I can also be able to contribute something.
Yeah, we are trying to get the analysis board right now. The moves are being made, and maybe we'll be able to get to see also what is the evaluation here. But as Master Swindlers just mentioned, it's only Levon who's pressing here.